Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 47 of the First Star Challenge with Everton, our bid to win the Champions League for the club for the first time. And today we have two massive games. First up, we host the Merseyside derby against Liverpool, who are top of the table. That's going to be big. And then we go to Atletico Madrid and in the Champions League, and we need a result in this one, to be honest. Now, since last episode where we smashed PAOK to get that Champions League campaign underway, we have been the definition of inconsistent. Then we went to Fulham, played Fulham, noticed the man in goal. It was excellent to get a nice win over him. 2 goals, so yeah, we'll do 3 goals. 2 goals by Bernard after Canete opened the scoring for us. You can see match stats. I thought we controlled the game, to be fair. The match stats are maybe a little bit misleading there. Player ratings, I think, give a better idea of how the game actually played out. We were quite good in that one. Then we played West Ham, Carabao Cup, 3rd round. You can see we lost on penalties. We went ahead through a John Joe Kenny penalty. They got one back through. I think it was a corner or a free kick. I can't remember now. But you can see it wasn't the first choice team. Rajkovic played in goal. We gave Astley a game, one of our young defenders. We had Gary Turpie on the bench. It wasn't really a game we could bring him on for. Terry Cook and our young French striker played up top. Yeah, it was just one of those things. It was an even game, and then we went to penalties. We missed our first 2 penalties, and then we didn't miss again till Rajkovic, till the keeper stepped up, and then he had his penalty saved. So unfortunately, we go out of the Carabao Cup. We won it last year. We fought the first hurdle this year. Sometimes that's just the way it goes, isn't it? But we rebounded, and oh, how we rebounded. We played Crystal Palace up next, and caution alert here. We went 1-0 up. You can see Selke scored early. He got 4 goals, Davie Selke, in this one, back on form. They equalised and actually missed a penalty that would have taken them 2-0 up. And then they just angered us, and we never looked back. So as I said, Selke got 4, Vlasic and Stark with goals as well. And absolutely ran riot after about the half-hour mark. It was just insane. Then on a high, we went to Lille, Olympic Lyon in the Olympic Lyon. We didn't play Lille in the Champions League, and we just never got going in this game. They got a goal in the 25th minute. To be honest, they could have had more. We never really looked like scoring. You can see our goalkeeper was one of our better players, which is always a bad sign, isn't it? Richarlison had a good game, but we just never got going in this one. It was a really disappointing performance and result, obviously. Then we rebounded okay into the Premier League. We went, and this again was an even game. It was actually an even game, to be fair. What happened is we just took our chances when they came along. Calvert-Lewin with a double, Canete again with a goal. I wouldn't say we didn't deserve to win, but I think Watford would definitely feel hard done by. But you'll see the goalkeeper had his first bad game for us. He was a little bit to blame for the goal. He kind of parried a ball straight at the feet of the attacker. And let's have a look what all that means for league tables. And things are improving in the league. 9 games gone. It's starting to even out now. We've played some of the lesser teams in the league. And we're 5 points off top. Top is Liverpool, which makes this a big game. We don't want to be falling any further behind than that, I wouldn't have thought. And then you can see the Champions League. That loss, it does mean that we're outside the top 2 right now. The good thing is that we're playing Lyon and Madrid away from home first. So if we can get a result, we didn't get a result in Lyon. If we can get a result in Madrid, then that does just kind of put us in a decent position, doesn't it, with PAOK away and then those 2 at home to come. But let's have a look at the team that we're sending out for the Merseyside derby, because that's what it's all about here first up. And this is it. We're going to try and go for it. Now, there has been an international break. We've had some players come back tired and match fatigued. And the other bad news really is Stark. 4 to 5 weeks he's had injured. He's been not just a defensive wall, but 4 goals too. I think he's actually our joint top scorer, which is in a way embarrassing, but he's been devastating from set pieces. So that is a big loss at both ends. But we go with Lafont in goal. We go with Taimon, who's actually been playing really well. You can look at the match ratings, much better than Digne. So we're going with Taimon. Tar, Pennington, and Kenny. Pennington's done a good job since he's come in. He's a solid defender, so I think he'll do a job for us. Drinkwater and Canete in midfield. Richarlison, Vlasic, and Bernard in behind Davie Selke. Come on, boys. We do tend to stink out the Merseyside derbies a little bit, so I'm hoping we're going to go for it. We're going to be really compact in between the lines. I'm hoping we can get a job done here. What do we say to this? Is there just a calm go out there and enjoy yourselves? I don't know if I want that. Do we want revenge? I'm not usually one to use revenge in a team talk, but we'll go with it today and see if we can get any sort of reaction. I should just quickly mention too, there is a Goals of the Month at the end of this episode, so make sure you stick around for that. And don't forget, AussieVillainYT@gmail.com. Email in any questions you might have, like sound files. Even you can just write them out, and I can say the question myself. For press conferences, so why is a player playing, not playing, all that kind of stuff, tactics, any sort of question that you have. What's happened there? What's happened there? Lafont's going to get to it, and that's fine. There is an element in my team selection for this, I admit, that is favouring Champions League right now. As I was going to say in this end of Villa series, is that, that's not good. Not a good start to the game, boys. The Champions League is a lot less forgiving. It's early in the league season. There is still time to mount some sort of comeback, but this was... What is it about the Merseyside derby that no matter what we seem to do, it's the right back situation again, isn't it? We've got Kenny out there now. The only one that has actually played relatively well consistently, to be honest, is Milo, and he played twice for the French under-21s. He's match fatigued, so he wasn't really an option for this one. Drinkwater down to Vlasic. I'm not a massive fan of heading back towards our own goal from our own penalty area. There we go. Vlasic just nicked that. Can he get something here? Go, Vlasic. Oh, go on, Vlasic. This will be a wonder goal. Vlasic. Oh, he's missed it. He's walked through the Liverpool defence and, he's missed goal of the season. Come on, Canete. Let's get a decent ball in here. We don't have Stark, which is a loss, but Tar's no mug in the air. And Pennington's got goals from a set piece as well. Danny Drinkwater. Oh, it's bouncing around. We have reacted well to that goal. That's excellent to see. Let's give it a get creative here. Again, Drinkwater's playing partly because Berg and Witsel are match fatigued, and there's the goal! Danny Drinkwater, that's why he's playing, because he's an absolute gun apparently from a set piece. 1-1, first goal of the year for Danny Drinkwater, first goal for a little while actually. I'm not even sure if he scored at all last year. We have been using him in sort of a deeper playmaking kind of role, but that's a cracking header. I don't know what the keeper's doing. He's come flying out, and that is 1-1. And now we need to defend from the set piece. Ball comes in and it's headed away from Kenny. Richarlison's got a chance here. We're 2-on-2 at the back. We know Richarlison's got a little bit of pace about him. He's gone straight past the defender like he's not there. If he squares it, it's a tap-in. If he squares it, it's a tap-in! Bernard! Fourth goal of the year for him. We've turned it around. And that is what we like to see. Absolutely devastating on the counter-attack. Richarlison and Bernard, how many times have we seen them score counter-attacking goals like this? Watch Richarlison here straight. Who was that? Just jumped in and then was left... Raphael, what's his face there? Varney. No, I know how to say it. I can't think of it right now. The guy from Real Madrid, the French guy. Varane, there it is. It was on the tip of my tongue. Come on. Hacked clear by Tar. Can we get onto that? No, we can't. Selke brings that down. Can we go again here? Oh, it's a loose, poor pass. Chiesa locks one in. Kenny's there, heads it down for Tar. That looked composed. Well done, John Joe. Tar, let's go out here. There we go. Finds Bernard. They're putting a bit of pressure on. We go early over the top there. Can Selke put a bit of pressure on Varane? Back to the keeper. It's becoming a long old highlight. We won that. Tar's won that. He's a long way from home though. I don't like our centre-back necessarily winning balls near the centre circle there. We're getting sucked out of position a little bit here. No Salah. We know he scores a lot against us. It was one of the questions in the press conference pre-game is, can we stop Salah? But to be fair, I think all Liverpool players tend to score a lot against us. We don't have a good defensive record against them, do we? Kenny's pushed up a little bit too far there now as well. Mane's on a bit of a run. Oh, Lafont with a good save. Let's maybe give this a demand more here. And that ends the highlight. Fantastic. We did have Vlasic was match fatigued as well. The problem that is so was Sergio Gomez, and we didn't. So we basically had to play one of them. So corner comes in. Lafont snapped that up. That's a very quick highlight. That's not going to be it. Hopefully we're not going to have a Pickford moment here. Rolls it out for Tar. Tar goes long again. It's a bit of an aimless ball forward. I don't really understand why we. I mean, they're putting pressure on us, so maybe that's why. I'm wondering if we maybe need to look to change the way we're playing a touch. If we're not able to keep the ball, then it doesn't really work, does it? Again, that's easy for Lafont. Now, this is becoming a long old highlight. I'm petrified of a Pickford moment here. Absolutely petrified. He's thrown it out. Good stuff for Kenny. Rolls it out for Richarlison, what can he do? He's got space in midfield. It's not a good pass. You can see what he was trying to do. Bernard was in if he could have got over the head. This is becoming a long highlight. I'm really, really worried about this now. There's a ball for Salah, and he scored. Is he offside, though? Is he? I think, is he offside? We're going to check. It was certainly close. We haven't had the thing come down from the top, have we? It's been given. Was it offside? It looked... No, he's onside. Oh, annoying. Really, really annoying. Come on, boys. Let's get this clear, please. Let's get this clear. Lafront's there. Plucks it like an apple from a tree. In for Tar. Back for Lafont. Let's just maybe get rid here, boys. I'm not sure I'm liking this played out from the back. We might switch that at half-time. Bernard with a cracking ball for Davie. Selke! Selke! Oh, he's put it past the post. Let's do this now, actually. Let's maybe distribute to the flanks. Let's not play around with fire there. We get to half-time. It has been a relatively even game. If I'm being completely honest, I'd say they've probably just shaded it. But both teams, it's been a good game of football, hasn't it? It really has. We've got 2 goals in 2 minutes. And maybe that kind of makes it look a little bit better than it maybe is for us. What do we say here? I'm going to say I'm not happy. I'm going to tell Canete not to get himself sent off. We'll leave it at that. We have Rafinha on the bench. He's coming back from injury, though, so we need to be a little bit careful with him. We have Calvert-Lewin as well, he's got a couple of goals this year from his start, so he is potentially an option to bring on as well. And he is a bit of a big game player, isn't he? We saw that last season. He does tend to pop up in the big games. All right, come on, what can we do here? I'm not too concerned about their chances necessarily, because they seem to be sort of shooting from anywhere. They haven't had that many highlights. It's all about creating quality chances, isn't it? Drinkwater back for Lafont. I thought we weren't playing out from the back here, guys. What's this? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're going to have a moment, aren't we? Pickford flashbacks. All right, it's out there for Timon. That's nice to see. Can he look at this space? Can Selke make a run? He can. Selke's in. Davie Selke. Oh, it's a good block from the defender. Van Dijk's got back really well there. Yeah. Come on, Canete. Let's get a decent ball in. It's headed up behind by Gomez again from the corner. I've decided to go with the number 10 rather than the DM, partly because Davies is injured anyway, and partly painted at the back post. Bernard's offside there, surely. It's cleared to safety. And partly because we have, as I said kind of last episode, we have a decent enough defence that, hit the man more there, that I do think we should be able to sort of trust ourselves or trust them to defend, basically, and not be too cautious tactically. Oh, it's a decent effort from Chiesa. The Mo Salah goals finally decided to show up there for us. Excellent. And now it's not going to go away, is it? Just to taunt us. So that's why we're going with the number 10. Vlasic he's beginning to look like a bit of a world star, to be honest. His dribbling is amazing. His passing's good. He's really starting to look, as just almost the most valuable player on our team right now. That's a good turn from Selke. He's set Varane up the river. Davie Selke! Davie Selke! Oh, that's a stunning goal from Davie Selke! That is 3-2. You can get rid of your Salah goal now, please, game, because we are on top here. We'll give it a concentrate just to make sure that nothing... Look at this from Selke. That is absolutely stunning. That's Bergkamp-esque, isn't it? Varane, for the second time this game, is just left sitting on his backside, watching the Everton players run away from him and putting the ball in the back of the net. Excellent stuff. Is this going to be the day we get a nice Merseyside victory? Alright, there it is there. 5th goal of the year now for Davie Selke. 4 of those, of course, came against Crystal Palace. Maybe not the most consistent of goal scorers this year, but he's still getting the numbers up, which is nice to see. Alright, Mane's cutting in field. You know what we're going to have to do here is defend more narrowly. Try and stop their wingers cutting in like that. Lafont goes long for Selke. Can he do Varane again? Varane's got to be just absolutely at a low. Oh, let's just walk straight in. Richarlison, unlucky. I'm going to keep Varane highlighted so we can just continue to laugh. He's going to score the winner, isn't he? But so we can continue to laugh at him because he's having an absolute nightmare out there. He's being just played off the park by this Everton front trio. And here comes the Varane goal. Back post ball. Oh no. It wasn't Varane at least, but it is a third goal. Oh, it was a Tar missed header. Let's give it a show some passion here. We're going to have to work on defending set pieces. Yeah, Tar just kind of watched it go past him, didn't he? Disappointing. We have Holgate on the bench, but let's face it, we don't really want Holgate on the field, do we? Another corner. Oh, should we have worked on defending set pieces before this game? We definitely should have on the evidence of that. I'm not confident from set pieces here. Let's give this maybe a get creative. It has been an absolute classic so far, hasn't it? As far as games go, it would just be really much better if we could go on and get a fourth goal and a winning goal at that. Here goes Bernard. Bernard squares it for Vlasic. Oh, straight at the keeper. Vlasic, you've got to do better than that. All right, can we get something from the corner? Canete knocks it in. It's a decent. Keeper's there. He's kind of flapped at it. Headed back in by Richarlison. It's still there. Tar. Oh, that's his centre-back's finish. Oh, it's blocked. Okay. That's a little bit better then. All right, come on, boys. Come on. Let's get a quality ball in here and just put this in the back of the net. Tar. It's again Davie, Selke, but keeper claims it. And that is the end of the highlight. Canete's looking really tired. Let's bring Sanderberg on. Alright, let's go. I don't know what to do. Let's go Gomez. I wanted to try and keep Gomez fresh for the Champions League, but when you're tired, aren't you? John Joe Kenny's looking a little bit knackered as well, but let's leave that. I don't really want to bring Holgate. And Holgate's happy with his game time again as well, so that's positive. We don't have to sort of play him just for the sake of playing him. What do we say here? Let's show some passion for the end here. Gomez is injured. And this is looking as though it's going to be the game. Well, you'd never like to not win at home. But to be honest, Liverpool, they're the class of the Premier League right now. Could we go and win it? Could we go and win it? Oh, I thought for a wonderful moment there. And that is the game. It was an absolutely stunning game of football, wasn't it? It was an even game. It's a shame. It's a shame to have conceded from a set piece to not win it. But I don't know. I think we take that, don't we? I think the frustrating thing about that is that a lot of their goals, certainly the one that equalised was a mistake of ours. And we had other chances, that Vlasic chance. We had chances to win it. We just couldn't quite get across the line. But again, context of the season, we stay 5 points back. It's not, excuse me, it's not the worst result. But anyway, guys, right there, we've got a massive game now coming up in the Champions League. Okay, welcome back. It is time for the Champions League against Atletico Madrid, and we aren't favourites for this, and it's important. It's important that, if we were to lose this, 4 points behind, it starts to look a little tricky, doesn't it? But this is the team we're sending out now. We're expecting them to play 4-4-2, so we've adjusted our formation accordingly. So it's Lafont in goal, Tar, Pennington and Luis Felipe as a back three, Milo down the right, Digne down the left, Witsel sitting in front there, that we do have the option to push everybody forward with Gomez and Canete in midfield, and Selke and Calvert-Lewin, they lead the line for us. So they do indeed go 4-4-2, so well done, scouts, because that would have been awkward otherwise. Yeah, the mission here really, it's just got to be, don't lose really, isn't it? What do we want to say here? Underdogs, go out there, show everyone what you've got. Let's go out there and cause an upset. Let's say that calmly, and then we'll get a bit of passion. We have faith. Is that going to get a reaction? It looks like there's a lot of green there. That's what we like to see. And yeah, actually, I'm feeling the nose a little bit ahead of this one because a loss could be absolutely devastating. Alright, and here we go as the Champions League anthem rings around the Metropolitan Stadium, whatever it's called. Alright, come on, boys. I just before we came into the game here, just make a small change. I put Davie Selke from a pressing forward to a complete forward, just so he can drop into the sort of the hole where number 10 would otherwise be. I just don't want the front two getting too isolated in there. So hopefully that'll benefit us in some way. Oh, this is a long old kickoff highlight. Is it going to lead to something? And given that we don't have the ball, I don't like what it could lead to, if I'm honest. Come on, boys, let's get that away. Oh, it's a horrible start. 42 seconds, and we're a goal behind. Show some passion, boys. Is this going to be just a disastrous Champions League campaign? We've done really well so far, haven't we? Finalists, and then what did we get? Was it quarterfinals last year when Paris knocked us out again? Oh, just too slow to get to that. All right, still a long way to go. Plenty of time to recover that, but we do need to start improving, don't we? Now, what's happened there? It was outside the box if we're looking for a penalty. Referee, I appreciate your vigilance, but you're just wasting everybody's time here. So just sit back, relax, and wait for the referee to know what we already all know, that happened outside the box. Christoph Ayer, Aston Villa hero, of course, if you watch my Aston Villa save, Captain Marvel. Alright, it's a free kick because it happened outside the box. Yes, there we go. Thank you, referee. Can we do something from the free kick? Gomez knocks it towards goal. Selfish, mate. Selfish. Never going to score from there. Although, if you watch Goals of the Month, I think it was Goals of the Month this month. Yeah, it is Goals of the Month this month. Vlasic can score from there. Little spoiler alert for you. Let's give that some demands more here. Lyon's taking the lead against PAOK. You'd expect that. I don't expect PAOK to get much out of this group, if I'm honest. Come on, boys. Let's maybe give it a get creative. We need a point on the road, really, here, don't we? We need to take at least a point off one of these two in one game. Otherwise, it puts a lot of pressure on the home games. Gomez knocks it in. It's there for Selke off the bar, I think. Oh, unlucky for Selke. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Let's give it another get creative here. Oh, Gomez with a free kick. Oh, I didn't quite bend. It almost had that Ronaldo sort of whippy, loopy knuckleball thing about it. All right, come on, boys. Another highlight. We're looking good here. Milo, second time of asking, gets the cross in. Back post, Calvert-Lewin knocks it over the bar. Oh, we know he loves playing in Madrid too, don't we? Because he absolutely decimated Real Madrid last year. We all remember that. Has a statue because of it. Of course, outside Tim Cahill Park. He's looking anxious though. Come on, boys. Let's get an equaliser here before half-time. I think we're worthy of that. Selke in for Canete, out for Witsel. Witsel goes over for Digne in acres of space. Can he get a ball in? Selke's there! Oh, it's off the post again! Second time of asking. Davie Selke makes it 1-1. Sixth goal of the episode. That'd be nice. Sixth goal of the season. Sixth goal in the last 3 games that he's played as well, which is impressive. And we'll give this maybe just give it a demand more. So much space for Digne there, wasn't there? Maybe we should be looking to exploit the flanks. Decent save first time around, but the rebound, Selke was never missing that, was he? Excellent stuff. Can we get to the break here? Looks like we can, and that is that. Now, they haven't played well there. I mean, really, since they got that goal, but they didn't really do much else. I'm going to say calmly I'm not happy, because, again, match ratings aren't great here. The one thing I think we did maybe see with Digne for that assist was that we might have a bit of luck if we exploit the flanks. He was in a lot of space out there. So we'll try that. Hopefully we'll defend a little bit better from the kickoff this time. So the worst thing about that is that we kicked off the first half and still managed to concede inside the first minute. Let's give it a get creative. I'm looking at Calvert-Lewin and looking at Terry Cook on the bench and thinking maybe there's a change there. We're not seeing the best from Sergio Gomez. We do have Vlasic on the bench, though he tends to play better forward in a sort of proper number 10 role rather than a little bit deeper. And I'm a little bit, because a good ball for Gomez for Selke. Never mind what Vlasic can do. That's what he can do. There, Calvert-Lewin! There it is! It's his 4th goal of the year. A little bit of luck. The Selke cross, well, roll across. I don't know where he was trying to pass that. That was a cracking ball from Sergio Gomez, wasn't it? And then, yeah, what happened here? It looked like it was actually a poor pass, and it's just no one's reacted to it. He's tried to pass it through 3 Atletico Madrid defenders, and it's ended up just ricocheting nicely for Lewin to tap it in. And I tell you what, not even I could miss that, and I can miss almost anything. Excellent stuff. Away from home as well. This would be an absolutely mammoth result if we could hang on to it. Instantly, my brain goes defensive changes. What can we do? We have Sander Berg on the bench. We could look to bring him on. Let's not do anything like that just yet, though. Let's defend this, boys. Get that away. Oh, well done. Can Sergio Gomez? No, he can't. Oh, just past the post. Come on, boys. Let's concentrate here. Match ratings wise, it's still not great. We have Davies on the bench as well. He's just coming back from injury. I'm wondering, with Canete looking tired, though, Canete has played a lot lately. Let's maybe bring him on and we'll send him box to box. A little bit of match fitness as well. Not that I want to use the Champions League as sort of a match fitness realm, but you know, we are where we are here. Tom Davie says, let's not forget, is an absolutely class player. So let's give it a demand more. Oh, as the highlight starts, Digne throws it in. We're at the wrong end of the field here, of course. In for Gomez. Back for Digne. Just sensible passes here, please. He goes early. It's not the best. It's not the best. I'm wondering, actually, we might, if we change our passing from standard to short, just try and take the sting out of this game. That's a loose pass. Gomez pounces. He goes early for Calvert-Lewin. That's a better pass. Go on, Calvert-Lewin. If he squares it, we've got Gomez. Selke, I should say. And is it still Oblak, their goalkeeper? Makes a good save there, though, to be fair to him. Now for the corner. We know we've got big targets in there. It goes deep. It's headed away from Christopher Ayer. Davies is there to pick it up, though. Can we recycle and go again? No. Okay, let's start and just think about closing this down a little bit. Let's maybe stay on our feet. I actually was a head get stuck in on. There we go. Let's keep that. Let's shorten the passing. Let's just lower this tempo down. Let's start to waste a bit of time. Play for the old set piece. And what else do we want to do here? Selke's looking tired. Let's maybe bring fresh legs on in the form of Terry Cook. We'll switch them around. That's all well and good. Come on. Oh, a third goal would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? Gomez knocks it down for Digne. Can he cross it in? We don't have Selke there anymore, though. Davies can't quite get to it, but does enough. Gomez picks it up. Back for Davies. Back for Gomez. Look out here. There we go. Move it around nicely. Digne, can he get a cross in? He can. Back post. It's headed away then for Davies. Oh! We've seen him score that goal so many times, haven't we? Let's go defensive now. Let's just kill this game off, please, boys. Let's... What are we at here? This should be it. This should be it. That's a stunning, stunning win on the road. We really, really struggled in Lyon, but we've got an amazing result in Madrid. That is absolutely incredible. Well done, boys. And when you concede in the first minute, that could have gone horribly wrong, and we've come back, and I'm really, really happy with that. And that really takes the pressure off the home games as well, doesn't it? Because we go to PAOK, if we assume we're going to win that, we should never assume we're going to win any game. That would give us 9 points, though. We need to not lose our home games now, basically, against the other two big teams in the group. But that takes a lot of pressure off now, doesn't it? Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload new episodes. Don't forget, email in any questions that you might have for a press conference. And we will be back on, what's today, Friday? We'll be back on Sunday for the return game against Atletico Madrid and West Brom, which on the surface doesn't look like a big game, but they're coming 6th this year. They're a decent enough team. They're actually ahead of us in the table, so it's a really, really tight league, and there's some teams up there that, you know, Liverpool, for one, Middlesbrough, though, West Brom. There's some teams that are sort of in and around that top 4 that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be there, so... I think actually we have Middlesbrough next, don't we? So some big games there. But anyway, guys, I'm rambling on as I always do. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain, and here are our goals of the month for September. Take care.